I'm gonna eat while you talk to Stacy. I know it's crazy, right? But I gotta do it.
I don't have a message. I don't have a thing yet.
You don't have a thing yet.
No.
Tonight on the menu is farm raised. Is this beef or lamb?
Lamb.
Lamb. Farm raised lamb. That's our lamb.
Well, you need to show them a picture of it.
Well, they'll get jealous, but okay.
Everything I have. I'll have to, here, let's all look at the beautiful meal. Turn it sideways, down. There's brown rice and there's lamb.
But the brown rice we did not make.
Okay, but everything else we did. So then I made a yogurt sauce with garlic and lemon juice and chili powder that I put on the rice. And then I sauteed a bunch of onions and ghee, put that on top of the meat. And then microgreens, lots of microgreens, tons of parsley and cilantro from the garden, and lots of tomatoes. And he's mixing it all together. And I put some feta cheese on it and some more yogurt sauce. Yum, yum. How's everyone?
I'm gonna have to eat now because I can't be waiting until later on after this thing to eat because it gets too late. And I was running late. I had some stuff to do. But the only reason why we're late is because of Stacy.
Will you be quiet? It was not. I was waiting for you. He just got home. Yes, it was very good. I ate way before him.
Yeah. I don't make her wait.
Well, I usually always wait for you, though.
All right. Hello there tonight. Jeff, what's up, buddy? We made it. Sorry about that. YouTube's got their boot on our neck. You guys, if you're not sharing the videos with your friends or clicking on them when I show up, I put up a couple videos. I can see when you're not showing up. The topics were hot. I mean, they're literally giving the Haitians enough money now, enough leverage, where they're buying homes that Americans are renting. She'd been renting the home for 6 years and then got a notice that she has to get out. They gave her a 3-day notice, which is illegal, so they'll fight that. But now they're leveraging and buying up our houses and kicking you out so they can move their people in. So there's already like what is that place called up in Minnesota? They call that place where the Somalians or whatever are. What do they call that place?
I don't know.
Like Little Somalia or whatever. It's like the second largest population of Somalians outside of Somalia. We got them, and they're all in Minnesota where what's her face is. Sharib or whatever. She's in Congress. Part of the squad. All right, yes, I'm eating right now. I'll go over here and eat. You guys talk to Stacy.
No, what are you doing? Why are you gonna go over there and eat?
Because everyone will complain.
You can show everybody.
They're gonna complain that I'm eating.
Well, I have to find it on here. Hold on. There we are. So Mike wants to know, what are the size logs you made your home with?
What does that mean?
What on the log home here? What are the sizes of those big blocks of wood you put in there? How big are they?
I said I was eating. And
he's measuring.
No, I'm not. I'm eating.
Well, I know you're eating. He's chewing. Hold on a second, Mike.
No, you guys are supposed to talk.
Well, you have to answer that question. He'll come back to that one. He's got food in his mouth. So Paul wants to know, I'm making sauerkraut as we speak. How long will it last? Paula, it could last like a year. So if you cool it down and put it in the refrigerator when it's done, it should last a very, very long time. The one thing you guys need to do with your ferments is to check them in the refrigerator, because sauerkraut is notorious to suck up all the juice. And then once it doesn't get the juice and then it lasts and it's down like in the root cellar or in your refrigerator, then what happens, it'll start to discolor a little bit and the flavor may change a little bit too. So I found, and the juice is extra good for you. You can use the juice from your sauerkraut or your ferments to do as a shot. So basically you're getting a double whammy from your ferments. You're getting actual vegetables or fruit in your ferment as well as the juice. So you could do, let's say you used all your sauerkraut and then you have all this juice left. Well, you're not done. You can just take like a little shot glass and then have some juice every day. And that can be your probiotic that you're getting the good bacteria. So what I like to do, and actually I will show you right now. So hold on, I'm going to get you something to show you. So I've made a few gallons of these. Okay. Here's sauerkraut. So I've been watching it. It's been going on. Actually, it's kind of wet on the bottom here because it was overflowing. But what I'm doing, if you guys can see right now, earlier my juice had been down to here. So what I do is I sprinkle salt off the top, and then I'll pour some, filtered water over it so that it's covered. Because on the top of this, I don't know if you can see, I have a big cabbage leaf on top of it. And so what I'll do is I'll continuously, as I watch it, as it starts to kind of go away and suck up the juice, I'll put more on it. So every time I do it, I'll sprinkle some juice on top, and then I'll pour the filtered water over it. And on these big jars, because I don't have mason top lids, I just put the lid on it and set it on there, and it works fine. So, whatever jars you have, they work good. I really like the mason jars because they're easy to work with, because you can get half pint, quart, you can get half gallon, and they work out great. So it's very simple to do, and I just kind of watch it. But watch it and make sure you keep the juice covering it, and it should last a year easy. Okay. I always eat mine way before, but it will, especially if you keep it cold. Okay. All right. Yeah, Karen says the Minnesota has the largest Somalia population, I believe.
Yeah.
So if you guys missed it, everyone wants to know what Doug's having for dinner. He's having lamb on rice with some yogurt sauce that I make with garlic and lemon juice and chili powder, and lots of vegetables from the garden. There's microgreens, and then there's also cilantro and parsley. I'm just telling you, when you add herbs to everything, it's super, super nutritious, and it makes it taste great. All right. Oh, Tammy made the Gardenera, the fermented. It's so good, isn't it? And for a lot of you guys that are fermenting, okay, so see this? I'm going to do this in a little bit. I have another big head of cabbage. So I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to intersperse some chunks of beets in it, beetroot, because it'll make it look really, really pretty. And I'm going to add some different things to it. I'm going to add celery into this one. And just for a little different flavor. So it's just fun. You can mix and match so many different things. And especially this year with apple season, you could even do like an apple kraut, put the cabbage in there and put some nice green crunchy apples in there. And that would be really yummy too. All right. Oh, everyone's here. Susan wants to know if I use saffron or turmeric. I do use turmeric. Saffron, I keep saying to myself I'm going to start using it more because it's so good for you too. But I haven't really done that much, Susan. Let me know what you use. Do you use it? What do you use it for? So MH started fermented tomato sauce. Oh, and Laura was about the Heritage Steel. She just ordered her first skillet. I do. They're really nice. The one thing you got to understand for a lot of us, when you get the good stainless steel, you have to turn it on and get it kind of warm before you put your stuff in there. Otherwise it'll stick. So you have to turn it on, get it warm a little bit, then put your butter or ghee or whatever you're doing in it, and then do your cooking with it. So that's a little trick. Mad Dog, do you sell the Farm Girl hats? I love these. I was thinking about it. That would be good. Would you guys like them if we did? Dan says, can apple cider vinegar alleviate symptoms of nail fungus? Yeah, you can soak your feet in it. It's very helpful. Just remember, Dan, that the nail fungus is not, you have to address probably what's going on in the inside. So possibly cleaning up your diet, doing some fermented foods, things like that. But definitely it does work very well for many, many people. Beth wants to know, how do we store our firewood? Well, we have right next door. We have
Pyramids. We have a firewood business.
Well, but also here at the house, we have next door, we have an outside kitchen. On the back of the outside kitchen, we have a thing we call our wood shack. And then attached to that, so it's all kind of together. Then we have a shower on the other side of it. So it's all connected. So we keep the wood there. So I usually bring the wood from out there and I bring it here behind the stove. We have like a little rack that we keep it. And then when that's done, I just go back out to the wood shack, bring the wood back in here, and it just kind of keep going. And we just make sure we have probably, does that fit like 6 cords?
Yeah.
Yeah, the wood shack fits about 6 cords in there. Generally, that could make it through the winter. Sometimes we've gone through 7 or 8, haven't we? Sometimes. Some years we might. It depends how cold it is or how long the winter goes. Okay. Oh, yes, Moments with Mitch says juice to make salad dressing. So, yeah, you could use your sauerkraut juice to do that for your salad dressing. Could add even a little lemon to it. It's really nice little tang. The other thing I wanted to say with the sauerkraut juice, it's also good even for your animals. You can just give them like a little shot. If it's a little animal, just give them like, half of a teaspoon. If it's kind of a little bit bigger animal, you can go with a teaspoon. Like Molly, I can give her a tablespoon. She's about, 70 pounds, 65, 70 pounds. So you can do it like that. The one thing a lot of people do, when you go and you buy things at the store, they come in juice. And a lot of times you just dump that out. Well, this is like, it's like liquid gold. Wonderful probiotic. So yeah, you could use it as salad dressing. You could use it just to take and just to drink, or just, maybe even put it in, like if you're making a smoothie or something, you can use that. Or you can also use the juice to jumpstart another ferment, and it'll ferment a little quicker. So that's another option too you can use for them. All right. Well, oh yeah, Deborah says anybody complaining about Doug eating isn't or never has been a homestead homie. That's a good one, Deborah. Oh, Janice said she pulled out the video on the from the university to start her sauerkraut. Okay, so
Are they really complaining?
no, I guess if they were, some people might have been. How to best store potatoes if you don't have a root cellar or other cool place to store them. Well, SGD, I have a friend who lives around the corner, and if she's watching, hello. Hi, Jody. They don't have a basement or anything like that, and she is they're huge homesteaders, huge preppers, and she cans everything. Actually, she's dry canning potatoes today, so she's never done it, so she's trying something new. But she has little containers, and she stores everything she has an other bedroom, and she stores everything in this other bedroom in there, and just does the best that she can. So, just as long as a potato, if you can kind of keep it cool, like under a bed in the dark, it sort of simulates it being, underground, that would probably be a good way. So if you do have a room, maybe that it can stay cool or dark, I think that would be an incredible way. You just got to do the best you can. Check on them periodically. But generally, as it goes on, as the season goes on, they may start sprouting. And just remember, those are the ones that you're going to also use in the spring that you're going to plant early in the season, probably before most anything else. You'll plant, so you'll have potatoes for the summertime too. So make sure whenever you are growing your potatoes, and then you're going to store the potatoes, that you're going to save them through. Don't eat all of them, because you need some that you're going to use, and you can go ahead and use them in growing new potatoes for 2025. All right. And Sonia, hello Sonia from Kansas City. It's her first time watching a live.
Don't disappoint her.
You got cuckoo too. All right. Hi, Vortex of Dew. That's an interesting name. So Beverly said that her fermented tomato sauce followed in the fermenting book has white mold like on top. Is it ruined? So Beverly, that's not probably white mold. It's something called chyme yeast. Sometimes, things happen and that happens. So what you can do is, if I see that on any ferment, like what was it? I had done some peppers, and I had noticed that it was almost ready to go. And what I did is the juice had gone down, and just on the little top part, a little oxygen got to it. So I started seeing that, called chyme yeast. It's just kind of, it's a harmless yeast. So you could eat it and it's not going to hurt you. But it kind of formed over the top of it. So what I did was I caught it early on. So just kind of watch them and see. I wiped it off really good. I cleaned the top. I cleaned the sides. I got a spoon and I scooped everything off. I took the first few peppers off the top that kind of had a lot of it on. Then I cleaned it really good. I put a bunch of salt on it, and then I put more spring or like filtered water over it, and then I just let it ferment rest away. I put it in the refrigerator, and it's doing fine. But generally, recommendation, like with your tomato sauce, clean it all up. If it's ready to go, usually the tomato sauce takes 2 to 3 days. Then you can go ahead and smell it. Make sure it smells fine. Give it a little taste with your finger. If it tastes fine, I would use it first, because once you get the chyme yeast, I always say it's like rust. It just keeps coming back. It'll keep coming back. You're going to have to, watch it more. And then over time, it could taste yeasty. So I would go ahead and just clean it off and,
taste yeasty?
It. Yeah.
Y'all
it won't hurt you.
Y'all know Cuba has no power, right? The whole island of Cuba. 10 million. No power. Is that a dry run? Are they doing a dry run in Cuba, y'all? Because they keep talking about an internet blackout and all this stuff. I think I might do a video about it. You guys know that? Do you know Cuba is without power, 10 million people? They keep trying to bring it back on, but they keep knocking it back off. And they're literally blaming America for it.
Why would we mess with Cuba now? No. How long
it's a dry run, man. You always got to test this stuff.
Why would they do Cuba?
Well, because, they're kind of, what I'm saying, third worldy. So they tap them. And plus, they got that crazy regime over there.
Well, that's why that's weird that they would be doing something like that over there.
That's exactly where they will do it.
Croquette says, can I use a combo of Granny Smith and Honeycrisp apples to make ACV?
Oh, chocolate tea's been in stock for days.
Oh, if we're talking about that, okay, we have everything stocked. So we have like 100. I stocked. There's everything. If you want the mullein tea, we got the mullein tea. If you want the chocolate tea, we got the chocolate tea. If you want the rest and digest, we have the rest and digest. We have plenty of candles now. We've been stocking everything up. So if you want anything, it's there right now. If you're
you know what else?
Looking for gift ideas.
We got new tea selections gonna bust out on pretty soon. Yes. I'm not saying it now.
Can I tell what they are? You guys want to know the new tea?
No. But we have 2 new tea selections that are so good for you. You're just gonna love it.
Yes.
And so we're working on it right now. We have to get our labels on there and get everything going. Anybody who supports the Missouri Tea Company, we really appreciate it. Here.
So I wasn't finishing. So Croquette says, can I use a combo of Granny Smith and Honeycrisp apples to make ACV? I want you guys to think of something.
Think of it.
You use whatever you have.
You just get them. They're apples from the tree.
If you read a recipe and it asks for this or that, you don't have it, there's always a substitute. Like, let's say you don't have any butter or oil, you can use applesauce. Or you can use sour cream. That's what I do. I'll put like a little sour cream with water in it or whatever I got. If I have a little yogurt, I'll put a little yogurt in there. If you don't have an egg, I might just do that too. You use what you got, but any kind of apple is going to work. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, my signal is pitiful on this other phone.
Do you need me to put it on my thing?
No, it's this other phone. So if you guys want to get the tea, I'm dropping the links right there. Cuba.
Oh, Jennifer made the salsa recipe today.
Yeah, and if you guys want to get Stacy's cookbook or fermenting book, it's at that same link. That is your one-stop shop for all your preps. A lot of the stuff on there saves you money.
Oh, hi, Silly Rabbit. Okay.
See, look at these ugly pears. You guys probably wouldn't even buy these pears at the store. Look at how pitiful they
look.
Aren't
they amazing when I look at them?
Oh, they look so pitiful.
They are the most amazing pears.
They're not that amazing.
Yes,
they need to get a lot softer.
Oh, I like them hard like this.
I like them soft.
Oh, they'll get soft.
And these things are the ugliest things. You guys would not even pay for these at the store.
Good.
This is the stuff they throw on the floor.
No, they're great.
That's how we roll, man. We eat the ugly pears, the ugly apples.
Okay, so NK Walk says his ginger, I don't know who this is not fermenting in honey, but the honey is much thinner and has been sitting on my counter for a month. So NK Walk, when you're doing it, it's just going to be most active between, the first, second week, possibly. Maybe it may not get that crazy, but it's thinner and I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, go ahead and try it now and see what you think. I don't see why anything would be wrong. If it looks good and smells good, it probably is good.
What's up, Charlotte, North Carolina? Boy, you guys are getting it handed to you, aren't you? Man, this is really something to watch. Our own government doing this stuff, man. And y'all, don't listen to FEMA and all these people. They have no authority. The Chevron case already has decided, man, the Supreme Court just a couple months ago said that the Chevron stuff, you cannot be doing that. They make up their own rules and all this. No. In America, you got to go through Congress and they got to enact the laws and the rules. So these 3-letter agencies that are all running around free willy-nilly Billy, party's over. And did you guys see the diversity video about FEMA? Like they're talking about equity and diversity and helping the LGBT community first. It's so crazy, man. Buckle up, y'all. Stay on your preps. Don't get lazy. Closer we get to the elections, the worse it is going to be, y'all.
I just saw one flyby. I couldn't see who it was. Maybe it was Joy. I couldn't tell. So someone asked about they planted a bunch of garlic. Now you're supposed to plant garlic in the fall. She said, or he says, wants to know if it's going to make it. Make sure that you give it a nice blanket, like you put on a nice quilt when it's cold. So you want to get some straw, a nice layer, maybe 6 inches of straw, put it over the top, and it should be fine. And then as it gets closer, when it gets spring and it gets warmer, you'll start seeing their little heads popping out of there. But that's what'll really help it tremendously, and it should be just fine.
We prune our apple trees. We just don't do them every year.
Okay, so Deborah says she can't find raw cranberries. You know what? You can now. I've seen them at the stores now. They just popped in there. So keep looking because you'll start getting them now. You're seeing all the cranberries and the sweet potatoes. Actually, you guys. I did a video about this a long time ago. It might have been like 10 years ago. You can ferment sweet potatoes too. And they're pretty good. What do you mean, Yeah, I did them in like smaller chunks, but you could shred it if you want. And it would be good. You could like shred it, do maybe sweet potatoes with some beets and see how that turns out. Or just cut them in little chunks. I think I put some peppercorns in there. I can't remember what I put in that one, but it's good. They're good. Deborah, there's lots of Deborahs tonight. Her apple brandy started last November. Looks like it lost juice. Yeah, over time it will lose some juice. I mean, it's just fine.
All right, so you want to put the sun oven on layaway. You guys, I don't know how many they have left, but that's it for the rest of the year. So hold on here. Let me see if this is still going on here. I don't know if you guys bought them all or not already.
So Hair Warrior says, can you add water and salt after it's been in fridge? Sure. If you want it to be a little more tart or saltier, because just know.
They took it off.
Took what off? Okay, I'm going to finish what I'm saying. So yeah, once it's been in there, it's going to kind of keep fermenting if you're going to keep it in there a while. So you can just add a little sprinkle of salt, add some more water into it, and it should be fine.
Okay.
I do it.
So what you have to do is use this link right here. Okay. If you want to put the sun oven on layaway right quick and get in on this last edition here for this year, there's the link right there. So when you go to that link, you'll scroll down and it says add to cart. Right underneath it, it says pay over time. And then click that or hover around it or the thing will pop up. It says 4 interest-free installments. And then check your purchasing power. But that's through Shopify. Okay, so Shop Pay, Shopify. So you just have to go through that and see if you can do it there. If that's how you got to do it. But they are still available.
So Hallie says, she just made fire cider and then honey garlic and honey and ginger. She loves burping the garlic because she can chase all the family out of the room.
Well, could be doing shenanigans on the election. They are already getting busted left and right and no one's doing anything about it. We're literally in the fight of our life, y'all. No one understands it or feels it, because they're just busy going to work and trying to do their thing. And, they just don't want to have this on their mind, but it's going to hit them in the face sooner or later. I mean, it's just inevitable.
So Gayla says, where do I get the gallon jars? I can get them at the Amish store, or if I see like jars of, you can get like the big jars of pickles or something. If I know, I tell people, if you have them, please give them to me. But a lot of the Amish and Mennonite stores do carry these, and they're very reasonable. You can buy them by the case. They may only be like a couple dollars. Oh my gosh, this was a little while back. I was at Whole Foods. I still can't believe that. Doug's, that we call it the Doug jug. It's that big gallon glass jug. They're selling it at Whole Foods, just the bottle for $24.99. Isn't that disgusting? Did I tell you that?
Yeah.
I think it's terrible.
And y'all,
is that Master Sergeant Gabagool?
This is really kind of weird too, like, because I'm driving around, and the Trump signs are out, and every time you see a Trump sign, you see in Missouri, it's Amendment 3. So vote no on Amendment 3, because Amendment 3 is the abortion thing, and they take it way too far. They got you in like after the 9th month or up to the 9th month or something on that stuff. You better read the fine print. And then it's like all the Biden and Harris stuff is all yes on that, right? It's just so weird. Like they're literally, they call them one topic voters, okay? There are literally people out there that only vote on one topic. Like they could care less about anything else, but if you hit that one topic button on them, they're going to get out there and vote, or they're just focused on that. And this is abortion. Like they are so focused on abortion. And I just really can't wrap my head around that here in America in 2024, we're worried about if you're a woman or if you got black skin or anything like that after we went through all that stuff back in the day in the 60s, right? It's Martin Luther King and stuff, right? And all that feel-good stuff. Oh my gosh, y'all. Come on.
Okay, Mr. Gabagool.
Who said I was done?
Well, I want to say this because he's asked a bunch of times. You're a good husband because he wants to know, he's asking for his wife, what kind of shampoo do I use? Because she's dying to know. I use a few, it just changes a lot. I like the bar shampoos. Now you can find a lot more of the bar shampoos. Some of them are made with castor oil. I used one and I still do. It's J.R.
Liggett.
I'll go get it. I think it's back here. But like if I find little bar shampoos, a lot of the stores do carry them. I like those. And then I use the apple cider vinegar rinse. I'll put some I'll use like the kombucha. I keep this in the shower. And then I'll put about this much apple cider vinegar in the bottom and about 8 drops of rosemary essential oil, and then fill it with water. And after I wash my hair, I just put it all over it and massage it and then rinse it out. And that's it. And that's a great conditioner. It helps to help the hair if you have gray hair and it's yellow, or if you have blonde hair and it's getting brassy looking, it'll get rid of all that. It's just like the blue shampoos that have all the chemicals in it. So that's what I use, those kind of 2 things.
And Lori, if you want to get rid of the mucus, or you want to get rid of the, what's it called?
I'm talking about like asthma or something?
No, my elbows.
Oh, you don't have it anymore. Eczema?
Eczema. Get rid of all the dairy products from the store. No more cheese, no more ice cream, no more milk. All the dairy products at the store are straight up making you sick. Pasteurized. Yes, because that's all you get there. Pasteurized.
Well, some of them don't.
Who?
Some places they
don't. Nah, not nowhere these folks are shopping.
No, yeah. You can
Where?
You can get, there's a Kelowna brand. You can get a low VAT pasteurized and a non-homogenized milk.
Don't get them either. They're messed up too.
No, you can't.
If you don't get it right from the teat, it's no good. Drink raw milk.
Better than nothing if that's what
Make raw milk great again. Did you guys see the flooding in British Columbia, Canada? Yeah, I mean, there's flooding all over the place, right? Come on, man. They have been loading that sky up. Don't you think there's going to be flooding? I see flooding all over the whole place. Flooding. And the hurricane turned.
Catch. Doug, turn around. Catch it. I'm going to throw it.
Why?
Because I have to turn this off. Catch.
What do you got to turn off?
Catch.
It's a little shampoo bar, J.L. Liggett. It's no big deal. We don't have nothing to do with them, but
you can buy them. Yeah.
Yeah, I know the 10,000 body bags. Y'all, they're running out of body bags. My boy was there, boots on the ground. I got some pictures and stuff. And there's cars wrapped around trees, complete roads and towns gone. We haven't even touched the it's a hot mess there. And no one's ever really going to understand the full magnitude of what happened there because the media is hiding it. And then you know what I was thinking about, and correct me if I'm wrong, please do in the comments section, but I was watching some of this stuff unfold, and especially on YouTube and stuff, but all I saw was Ron DeSantis out there talking about the hurricane in Florida, talking about the recovery, talking about this, talking about sending people up to North Carolina, but I never saw the North Carolina governor on the TV talking about all his responses and what he was doing. Did you see it? Leave it right there if you did, please, because I don't think you saw it. But I got some tape of him before the hurricane came in, telling about how they're going to get people off their land and how they've been trying to convince them not to live there anymore. It's kind of interesting. All right. He has not been on TV. Yeah, it's just very weird. And DeSantis was on like every couple of hours, twice a day. You know, I don't really see it now, but I mean, he was on there when this stuff was going on. Boom, boom, boom. And I thought to myself, what's going on with the North Carolina guy? Where's he at? Huh. It's very interesting.
Okay, Mountain Life says, tried to ferment banana peppers and turned to mush. So Mountain Life, one thing with peppers, I guess they're more watery. They do, if you maybe did a whole thing of peppers, it might get mushy. So generally with the peppers, I'll mix it with other things, like something like celery, because it stays crunchy. Cauliflower, it's going to stay crunchy. You might put them in some sauerkraut because the cabbage stays crunchy. So something like that would work and kind of mix it up. And it does great.
See, look at that. The one Scuffy Dog says, I quit dairy 5 years ago, stopped snoring in 2 days, and have not had an asthma issue since. Y'all, it's the food. It is the food. They are literally jacking us up from the second you come out of the womb, stabbing you with these fake chemicals, rubbing stuff in your eyes, taking you away from your mom, then giving you back to her. Cold environment, then they send you home, then you got to have more of that stuff jabbed into you so you can go to their stupid public school where they dumb you down. Oh, gosh, just think about it. What are we doing? I mean, that alone is enough for a revolution right there.
Oh,
I mean, just that right there. Y'all, our founding fathers supposedly, had a fit over a couple of percent tax. We're almost up to 50% of our income being taxed. And they just throw the money out the window to Ukraine in your face and then bring over the replacements and house them, feed them, clothe them, and let them run amok in your face. That's America 2024. Oh.
Well, Doris has cooked over 30 pounds of butternut squash.
You go, Doris.
And she's getting ready to water bath some more eggs. So she's doing it.
Listen, if you guys want to sharpen your skills, okay, you need to come to the Homesteading Life Conference.
That's for sure.
We have put together and assembled some of the bestest people. We do this every year. We have two conferences. One's a double, so it's 3. This year we have a men's conference. More details are coming out soon. But Stacy has a women's conference, and then we have a big family conference that we do 2,000 people. We have a blast, man. We have a hands-on, butchering animals and hands-on building and asking questions.
And we'll have a lot of really good vendors.
We have Amish vendors. We'll have an ice cream vendor making ice cream fresh right there on the scene with real milk. And it is really a good time. So it's the Homesteading Life Conference. Get your tickets. It's in May. And man, are we going to do it. We're going to teach everybody how to get out of the system. Y'all get out of the system and then participate when you want to or have to. But the farther you can get away from it, that's why we're a threat, you guys, to be honest with you guys. I was watching a story about the anchor people in San Francisco. And it's a bunch of boat people that decided, man, we can't afford this stuff anymore and all these taxes and everything. So they threw anchor out there in the bay and they lived on their boats. And there was over 200 boats there. And, you know, the snooty duties all figured out that they just don't like them no more. And they started bringing up regulations against them. They confiscated a bunch of boats and punched holes in them with their big backhoes and destroyed them. I watched this whole documentary today. I couldn't even believe it. And it's legal what they're doing. There's a law that says that they can anchor off the shore. This goes way back in time. And so there's only a handful of them left. They've managed to actually destroy and move all these people out. Now they're giving them vouchers to move into the houses. And it's the same old story over and over again. So what they do is when they don't like you, they start bringing out rules and regulations, and the little city council passes new little things. It's happened over and over in time, especially in America here, land of the free. Oh, man. And it's a uniparty, y'all. Stop buying into the right-left paradigm. There is no right-left paradigm. It's all a show. It's the greatest show on earth. Well, yeah, there's the greatest story, and then there's the greatest show. This is the greatest show on earth right here.
Oh, Marta's coming to the conference.
That's good. We hope to see you guys there. We're going to have inflatables for the kids. We have classes for the kids. We have for the grown-ups.
Oh, I'll have 4 or 5. I think I have 5 things going at one time.
No earbuds. Don't bring your earbuds.
Doug will get you.
Don't you bring earbuds or electronic watches to our conference. We are serious about this stuff, and we will razz you up about it. I'm not even kidding you guys, man. We do not just play the stuff on YouTube. If I'm floating around that place and I see electronic watches and I see earphones or, you know, the earless Wi-Fi buds in your ears, I'm on you. I'm telling you. we are trying to look out after y'all. And we will get the hard-headed ones too.
Also, Rhonda made blueberry shrub for the first time. It's so good. It is. If you guys haven't tried shrub, it's so easy to do, and it's very shelf-stable. I'll tell you all again if you want to know. And shrub is something that's been around a long time. They use it on the ships with the sailors. Mm-hmm. You know, it helped. A lot of them wanted to drink, so it kind of gave you that kind of sensation, but you wouldn't get drunk or anything. And also, it's a good source of vitamin C. So all they did was, in containers, you're going to do equal portions of raw apple cider vinegar, your raw honey, and you're going to pick a fruit or something. So if it's blueberry season, if it's raspberry season, if it's blackberry season, you know, peach season, however that is, you're going to do the same 1 part. So it's 1 part of that fruit. You're going to mush it up. So let's say I was making shrub, and this is my shrub. This weighs like 20 pounds. So I would put my 1 part of smushed up fruit. So like say maybe I had smushed peaches or I like blackberry shrub is really good. So let's say I do a blackberry a lot because we have a lot of blackberries. So blackberry 1 part, and the berries and juice. And then I'm going to do 1 part of my apple cider vinegar, and then I'm going to do 1 part of my honey. And then I put a lid on, and I'm going to shake it up. Shake it every day for like maybe 4 days or so. And then I'm going to strain it through a strainer and a cheesecloth. And then you're going to be left with that beautiful juice. Whatever color fruit that you use, that's what the juice will be like. And then you just made like a beautiful like syrupy concentrate. So if you did want to make a mixed drink with it, you could. Or you're just going to drink it over ice. You just need a little bit. So let's say here's my drink. I put my ice in there. I'm going to pour, you know, maybe 1 part down here of the shrub, and the rest of it, it's really good with like sparkling mineral water. If you don't like the fizzy water, then just use plain water. And it's basically like a healthier soda. So you're getting the benefits of the raw apple cider vinegar, and then you have the raw honey, and then you're going to have the fruit. So, and then you can also, in the fruit, if you want to add more pizzazz, you can even add herbs if you want to do like lemon balm. Yeah, lemon balm or something like that. And it's just another way that you can store some of the things that you're growing, or just to have something that's shelf stable and you can just keep it in your pantry and use it when you need it.
And it's good for you.
And kids, it's good. Yeah. So
Brian, registering your Katahdins that's totally overrated. That whole thing is just a setup just to charge more for the animals, to be honest with you. Just talk to the people that you're getting the sheep from, and if you can get 100% Katahdins, people know if they've got mixes in there, and they know where they got theirs from usually, and you'll be fine. Tuning forks are awesome. Very good with healing and everything, man. The bigger ones are really good. Somebody else just asked something too.
Oh, Jeff, no, you do not want to feed a dog cayenne pepper. It's dangerous. You don't want to give a dog cayenne pepper.
And no, you can't buy the tea and the relight and the real salt because that's two different places. The tea is from us and the Missouri Tea Company, and the relight and the salt are from Redmond. So you have to divide up your little.
So, but it's all on our page, so
Yeah.
you can find it there. Yeah. Yeah, and if a lot of you guys are, don't want to make like your homemade tooth powder, and Redmond also, they sell different types. They have tooth powder and toothpaste too that they have there. Yes, Diane, raw dairy is wonderful.
I know about
look
maritime
at
law.
your source.
I know about the flags. I know about the flags they're waving. I know about all that jazz. But no one cares. That's the whole problem. I mean, you can say, well, yeah, we're under maritime law. But no one cares. It's the damnedest thing, but no one cares. It's like these news cycles come and go, and then that's it. They move on to the next thing. Like I'm trying to still talk about Springfield, right? Because the lady has literally been living in her place for 6 years. And the Haitian dudes are getting their money together, and they're going and buying the places now. So her dude, who was renting to her under the table, kind of on the quiet, sold it to those people because they're getting 2, 3, 4 times as much as they're worth because it's our tax dollars. And the guy bought the place, and then he kicks her out. And then she's like, I make $15 an hour, and I can't afford higher rent because now in the area, all the rent is going up because it's harder to get a place and they can charge more for the rent. And in the meantime, the people on the city council, some of them have allegedly bought derelict buildings, rushed to fix them up on the ready, and now have Haitians in there and are even renting by the bed. Y'all, this is all so crazy. This is America 2024. Please watch our videos because YouTube's got me messed up, and I need you guys to hit those videos and watch them so then the analytics get going again or whatever that is. I mean, literally this YouTube makes you put up videos, and I don't do it. I told you guys. But then what happens is they stuff you in a big, fat, black hole. So I need your help.
Are you in the black hole now?
I am. I need your help.
He's got to pull his way out.
I put up 2 videos, and it seems like nobody's watching them. 3, actually. No one cares, 100%, Doug. It is true. It's like, you see all this stuff, and like no one cares. No one cares that Kamala Harris is a total fraud. I mean, like a total fraud. No one even cares. 2 seconds of watching Judge Joe Brown, who, has pretty good credibility. He was a judge. Like, no one's saying that you're lying or anything, and he's spitting this stuff out left and right. You can go watch this stuff for yourself if you're on the fence. This Tim Walz guy, I mean, who are these people? I mean, it's crazy. Her dad is a communist. Go look it up, a Marxist economic professor. That's not middle class, first off. I don't know what to tell you guys, man. This is some crazy train.
Landy's coming to the conference, first time.
Whoop, whoop. Touchdown. I mean, it's just, you know what I'm telling you guys? It's all so bizarro. And like Trump is the hope of the nation. Like he's telling us in our itchy ears everything we want to hear. We want to drain the swamp. We want to kick out these people. We want to make it right. We want to make America great again. We want to live by the law of the land, right? We want to have equal justice under the law. We don't want to be taxed to death.
Oh, we need to talk to Katerina. So here, Katerina says, I'm a Swedish woman temporary in the U.S. for the first time, and I'm shocked. Yes. We don't get the true story about America and Sweden. No, sir. What do you learn about it? Katerina, let us know again.
No one's getting the true story because everything's media manipulated. The media is all in on it in every country, every nation, y'all. It's all corrupt. That's why they're acting fast. They have all their minions in place, and they feel like this is the time, and everything's on a super fast track. 2025, 2026, 2027, 2030, those are the dates you hear, and these are the things that they're racing for.
Some people don't want to know more about earbuds.
Do not wear the earbuds.
Basically,
it puts off an electromagnetic frequency and it's right next to your head. You're stuffing it into your ear and it's blasting you with radio waves right into your head.
Your brain.
Brain cancer. That's why these dudes they used to hold their phone like this, got brain cancer. What's his name? Not Kobe Bryant, the other guy.
I'll tell you, did I ever tell you this? This is before I married him, and when cell phones were first coming out, my next door neighbor and her husband, they were big time salesmen, and so she was in the car and with her cell phone on her ear all the time. She was young. She had 6 kids. They were all like under 6 years old, and she got brain cancer. And she had a tumor. That was then, but no one ever said anything. I'm like, she got it probably.
Y'all, I had Robert Kennedy. If you're missing our videos, I have Robert Kennedy. He said, I sued the FCC because they lied. They're lying about the electromagnetic frequencies and the amount that they're shoving in your face. And they had to go back. He actually sued them and won, and they have to go back and change their information, which I'm not sure they even have done yet because no one's held accountable. It's free willy-nilly out here. You know, unless you make a meme against Hillary Clinton or something, they come bang on your door and want to arrest you. Y'all, seriously. Let's have a moment of silence for all the people stuffed in the basement at the White House from January 6th with no due process, stolen from their families, kidnapped, and held in solitude. They're held in solitude, y'all. No human contact. Moment of silence. I mean, it's disgusting. And they're sitting there rotting right now and no one cares.
So Jenny A says, does no electronic watches mean hand wound watches?
Yes.
No, but I mean like a little
you
battery,
can have a battery
or something.
digital watch.
But like those smart watches that are hooked up to the computer.
No Wi-Fi, nothing on your body.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi is just inundating your body with those. It's terrible for what's going on. Because we are not meant to have that in
we
our
are electromagnetic beings. And so that is messing with your body frequency, which causes you dis-ease. So then you have the chemicals in the air. If they're not burning them up in Georgia at the biolabs or in Arkansas just the other day at some kind of a recycling facility, or putting them in the air via airplane. What is going on, y'all? Oh, it's depopulation. I know it. They're really trying.
But here's the thing is for everyone, you don't want to be like, oh, this is terrible or whatever.
I fight back. We're growing our own food. We're defiant.
You just have to know that, you are the person that's going to take care of yourself and just figure out ways that you're going to have,
get around
all these little things in your home.
The more you can get out of the store, y'all, the better off your life will be. If your standard is probably a good place to buy some groceries, and we don't plug them or nothing, we don't even deal with them because we grow our food.
Well, I'm going to try to get them. They're going to come to a conference.
Oh, see, she's going to try to get them to come to our conference. And why wouldn't they? They can be sponsors.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to sponsor, if you're out there and you're a business person, get some sponsors. If you're a vendor, we always are looking for vendors. We're the only conference in all of America for homesteading and off-grid living that doesn't charge a dime for vendors to come and sell their wares. I can't even believe people actually do that thing. It's disgusting. But that's just me. I'm just crazy like that. So if you know anybody who does that stuff, has a family home business, and they go to the big events like that, just tell them about the Homesteading Life Conference. And they can come check it out. We got 2,000 people. We hang out. We have really good people.
So Zen Girl.
Not a shot fired. You're right. There's not a shot going to be fired. It's just like they've been telling you since you were a kid. It's going to happen from within. It's happening right before your eyes. And multi-generational too. It's a long game.
So Zen Girls wants to know what to do with the fruit you drain off from the shrub. You could eat it. You could make it into some muffins or some bread. It'd be fun. It tastes great.
You can throw it in the compost pile.
But it's still going to be good. It's only been doing it for like 4 days or so.
Whatever. I'm just saying those are other things you can do.
You could. Or give it to your chickens. You have chickens, but you can make something out of them.
Or poultry farms burning, or them euthanizing 1.2 million chickens again just the other day. I mean, how much can the food system take in America? The recalls, I don't know if you guys are following food recalls. They're off the chain. Millions and millions and millions of pounds of beef and chicken and pig and everything, listeria and all this every single day. It's wild.
Oh, look at everyone. So Cricket's there. She's excited because her and her husband are about to receive their first locally sourced beef from their postal lady.
Robbie, again, I am hard of hearing and I need to wear hearing aids. What am I supposed to do? Go deaf? If you're wearing hearing aids, I guess you're already going deaf.
No, but you know what, Robbie? Can't you just get the old-fashioned
Get the
hearing aids?
old-fashioned kind. We're just saying,
With
don't get the
like
Bluetooth.
with a regular battery that they used to
Yeah,
have. They still
don't get
have
the
those.
Bluetooth.
It's the Bluetooth that's
You
the
don't have
problem.
to conform. Y'all, they're trying to get you to soft kill yourself.
Well, is everyone, all the hearing aids now are that
Soft
like
on
that.
alive. I know they are. But that's part of the scam.
I guess it's sort of like the cell phones. You can still get the flip phones. So you can still get those. So maybe it's the same with the hearing aids. You can go, I know there's a man in my class who had gotten the Bluetooth ones and then he didn't like them. And then he wanted to go back to his old ones and he still could. So check into it. I'm sure that you still can.
Yes, and Sugnite's good for protecting against EMFs. There's other things you can do to mitigate.
What you're saying, Sugnite is the rapper guy. Shun guy.
Shun guy.
What are you talking about?
So there's things that you can do to limit your exposure. Okay, stay as far away from your phones as you possibly can. When you're watching it, putting it on a stand is very ideal. Stacy has hers on a stand right here. Don't have it in your hand. Don't put it in your pockets. Don't carry it on your person.
Yes, here's my wonderful stand.
Oh, the logs are 12 by 4, 12 inches wide, up and down, 4 inches thick.
Yes, Kim and Barry.
Can barely get a bullet through them. Like a 45 won't get through it. A 5.56 and a 2.23 can just barely, and sometimes not even get through.
And you can't hammer a nail in it at all. No. I mean, it is so hard.
You got to pre-drill your holes and everything.
Yeah, so if we had if it was like cowboys and Indians or whatever, we would be protected by this easy. Unless you got in between the chinking, then you might have to watch out.
Right. Oh, that's for sure.
But you guys, people should make these. Barry made this for me, and I told him at the women's conference because he was with his wife, this is one of the best gifts ever.
Loves it.
It is great. I use
Super
it.
easy.
And I'll just carry my phone around because I don't want to touch it. I'll carry it in a little stand and put it down. But look how easy that is. It's just a piece of wood.
And the DOD's new stuff, they can't make those regulations, and that's against the Constitution. They cannot say, yeah, it's okay for the military now to shoot at some American citizens just in case we need some help with the That is against the Constitution, and it will not stand. Somebody's fighting it now, I'm sure. I hope so anyways, but don't even listen to it. They're just messing with y'all all the time now. It's always messing with you. Hit the thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed because they're unsubscribing people at a record pace. And I can tell because I got all the data.
Sunset Sawyer says they're charging $1,500 a month over here for a single wide rent. A
single wide. Y'all, the country is going to be, like the country used to be a little place where you could go and live kind of cheap. Now they've figured it out now, and they're all up in the country raising everybody's property and property taxes and flying drones over your place and seeing if you put up any new building. You know what I mean? It's like this kind of stuff. Slowly but surely, they're going to be eking out and eking out. It's like a ferocious animal that you just can't satisfy the hunger of. You know what I mean? Always consuming and eating. And what it consumes and eats are people and productivity. That's what it does. Oh, it's disgusting. Why is that? Like they start off like regular people and then they turn into government. What happens there? Or they turn into big business, right? Like what happens there where they're like, yeah, just, let's just add, a bunch of those bags of fingers in the meat there and we'll just make it up that way. So those are free, right? We get those free from the embalmer guy. Yeah, do it.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, why do they do the Soylent Green and stuff? Why? I never could understand that stuff.
So Funny Farm Homestead says, where can we purchase the copper mugs? Just go to offgridwithdougandstacy.com.
I'm leaving a link right now. Get your copper mugs because they are here and we are shipping like crazy, y'all. The copper mugs, I'll just tell you what they're good for. You guys ready to hear it? Some of you may know. But
a lot of people already know.
No.
But you can read it again. Go ahead. He likes to read that.
Don't deny me.
And while you're looking.
And we have the stitches and we have candles that we pour ourselves right here with our fingertips and our friends. You guys are, again, helping employ friends and family and Amish. just by shopping at the, we don't really do nothing with it. All these other people are get to go, but they get you're helping their families. And that's why we did all this stuff too, right? All right. So Ayurvedic medicine, drinking water stored in copper vessels, such as copper mugs, on an empty stomach detoxifies and cleanses your digestive system first thing in the morning. Copper helps stimulate the stomach muscles and moves waste products through the intestines and out of the body. So, I mean, it's crazy. That's why they took copper pipes out of your house and put in the plastic ones. Okay, here we go. Copper kills bacteria, the two common bacteria that cause serious illness. Copper also helps prevent bacteria that cause diarrhea from drinking bad water. Now, you do want to have yourself a Berkey or an Absapure or something like that, for you can, filter water if you're in a grid down situation, if you're coming out of a hurricane or this and that. But the copper helps purify the water. Drinking from a copper cup has also been shown to boost the immune system and improve digestion. Drinking from the copper cup bottles also aids production of new cells that help replenish the topmost layers of your skin. Copper is the main component in the production of melanin. That's the pigment that gives you your skin color and your eyes and your hair. So our copper is 100% copper, no coating, no nothing. It will tarnish on you and it will dent and stuff because it's, it's soft metal copper. We have cleaning instructions here on how you can clean your copper mug. And so far they have been received very well. We do have some little minor things like anything, but we fix them for you and send them out new ones, and it's been no problem. So get your copper mug while supplies last.
And Diane, her little puppy just passed away. So her dog's in little doggy heaven. So
this is not my yellow hat. It's my same old straw hat I've been wearing all summer, y'all. I won't switch over to the black hat till after Thanksgiving.
And then, is it Ellie Rhea?
And man, did we become such friends with our canine pals. And probably your kittens as well, but not so much for me. But the canine always has a special place in our heart. It's amazing how that is.
They're awesome. So Ellie Rhea, can you use maple syrup instead of honey in the recipe? Yes, that'll work also too. You can use maple syrup. What else? Where's my other question? Oh, and then
Janice loves her copper mug.
Yeah, Holly. The mugs are from Ayers Pottery in Hannibal, Missouri. Ayers. Ayers Pottery.
Google it.
Yeah, you'll find it.
How can I get more iodine in my body from my food?
Probably the best where you're going to get the most is like your sea vegetables, like kelp, bladderwrack, things like that. You'll get a nice
bladderwrack.
That's a type of seaweed. Just make sure it's
Who
pristine.
comes up with these names?
That's the name of it. Yeah. So you can get supplementation also. You can also find like the kelp in like little shakers, like you use for salt, and you can do that and just salt your food with it because it does kind of have like a salty flavor. You can buy that at the stores. Or if you don't find it, you can even order it online. That would probably be the best.
Yes, Janice. Everyone should have 2 or 3 bottles of stitches on hand at the crib, one at the neighbor's house, one on the boat, one in the RV. And what that is our proprietary blend of herbs that we have put together in a package called Herbal Stitches. And if you ever get a cut that you think that looks pretty serious, I might need to go get some stitches. You dry pack that stuff in there and you just leave it be and you keep dry packing it and it'll just start healing. And it's the most amazing stuff you've ever seen. So that is really a good thing to have just in your first aid kit. It's called Herbal Stitches at the general store at Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. There's the link right there. Nope, never got my hat back from the boat trip. That thing is long gone. If you live down in Louisiana, did you see my hat? It should be there by now.
Oh, Sherry says she got 4 bags of tea and wants a sneak peek of the new tea.
No.
I'm very proud of have them.
No, you gotta wait till we get our stickers and everything, because when we say it, we gotta be ready. Otherwise, they'll go sniffing around somewhere else.
Actually, I had both of them today. One for breakfast and one for a treat in the afternoon.
Hey, you know what they say?
What?
Don't get high on your own supply. Lay off the merchandise.
Yeah, well, I had to mix it all up to make sure it was right.
All right. Herbal stitches that can't be shipped to Canada. It can't be shipped to Canada because you got Justin Trudeau, who is a WEF young global leader, and he's making sure you guys don't really get to use any herbal remedies anymore up there. So that's kind of crazy, right? I got the hole in my hat just from wear and tear, I guess.
That's where you touch your hand.
I don't know. It just kind of popped up, and then it got bigger and bigger, and then I pull my hat like this to take it off, or I put it on, and it just kind of makes the hole bigger. I don't care. I'll use it till it's done here, and then I'll have my black hat, and then next year I'll have a new one ready to go. All right. Stacy, have you heard of einkorn pancreatic insufficiency, ophthalmologist, German Shepherd just diagnosed?
What? What's einkorn? What are you
Oxycodone.
Oh,
pancreatic insufficiency.
I can't read it.
You'll have to buy the best pharmaceuticals the rest of our life.
Okay, so, well, I'm not sure of the whole name, but if you're having problems with the pancreas, you know what, Missy, I would look into, Dr. Karen Becker. She's a holistic vet. But the one thing that she says with a lot of animals that have pancreatic problems, but I'm not up on this, so I'm not sure, but that they're able
never have any problems.
They're able to metabolize
we don't back them. We don't feed
coconut
them
oil.
food.
So coconut oil possibly could be helpful. I'm not really sure and up on that, but if you maybe look into Dr. Karen Becker, she does a lot on Facebook, and maybe you could even ask questions, maybe more holistic treatments possibly, and see, what you can come up with.
We are not on Rumble.
The one thing that's kind of neat about this, if you can't find a holistic vet or a holistic doctor in your area, there's so many that can do Zoom calls, all over. Just find one that you like, or just do things over the phone, and then that way, or even on, through just on email. So maybe check into that and see. But Karen Becker is really awesome.
I'm gonna show you guys right now how bad they're messing with you. Okay, check this out. I swear. Look this stuff up. Okay, look this stuff up. They got you guys so. This is the media, right? The media hype. But they have you guys, and even the government officials, right? But they have you so hyped up on China owning our farmland and owning our land. Think about that, right? You're like, oh yeah, I heard about China owning our farmland and owning these places. But did you know the largest landowner, foreign government, is Canada? Look over here. Because what they're trying to do really is they're trying to get rid of us, and so they can take Canada all the way down to Mexico and call it the Americas. They've been working on this a long time. Did you guys know that just last summer we actually sold the last part of our rail system, the Kansas City Rail? We sold it to Canada to complete their rail system to go from Mexico to Canada. All right, so there, I just blew your mind. Go look this stuff up.
Okay, here's a good one too. So Moments with Mitch says that my leg is healing now that I don't carry my phone in my front pocket.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you the amount of things people say, oh my gosh, my thumb hurts all the time and I don't know why. Maybe, and they're thinking, oh, maybe I'm doing too much work or whatever. Well, what hand do you carry your phone in all the time? If it's your right hand, it's your right thumb. Then when you don't carry the phone all the time in your hand and hold on to it, then all of a sudden you notice the pain goes away. Or let's say you broke your arm or your wrist or something like that, and all of a sudden it's not healing. And that's the hand that you hold the phone in. I mean, it's things like this that you guys, I want you to be aware. Sometimes you think it's just happening, but look at all these things that are correlating to these electronic devices. Are you constantly putting your phone in your back pocket? Are you putting it in your front pocket? I mean, you got a lot of important things there in the front of you and the back of you. And if you're constantly having those you're basically microwaving yourself every single day you're carrying that phone. I mean, it just makes me gag. I can't even believe it when you see these people and they're putting especially the young kids putting it in their back pocket. And then how many people do I see putting it right in their pocket over their heart all the time? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So, you know, how was it before when we didn't have a phone, you know, and then you would just go home and maybe listen to your answering machine. But sometimes if you go places, put it in your backpack or put it somewhere where it's not on your person. Or put it in your car. Like I leave mine in the car. He gets mad at me sometimes. He used to get a hold of me. But I don't take it with me. I leave it in the car or I leave it wherever. And, you know, maybe have some times where you don't have your phone by you all the time. You know what I think about a lot? I think one of these days they're going to push a button or something. And then whoever has their phone, they're just going to like get zapped or they're going to be brainwashed or something. So I don't like to carry the thing with me.
Well, you just saw that happen with they had the Mossad intercepted the phones or however they did it, and they put charging devices inside of them, and everybody was standing around over there, and their phones went off at the same time. Blah, 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 blah. They all piled up over there. Yeah, that really freaked me out. I don't hardly ever keep my phone on me. It's around, but it's not really like on me. I don't hold it in my hand. Right now it's laying on there, and it's over there. And then I keep it in the car on stuff. I don't really ever have it on my persons, y'all. Try not to fall into their traps. They are literally getting us to volunteer ourselves into, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, now Joe, what about the electric car? How much RF energy
do
they put
chain.
out? Oh, it's terrible.
I want to get a meter on one. I'm going to do it. Maybe I'll go down there. I'll have to bite the bullet and go down there and try to test drive. I'm going to walk into a Tesla and say, I'm going to test drive a Tesla, please. They really like that one.
Okay, SGD says, what do you think of? I will spell it out because we will be banned from YouTube if we talk about it. It's STRUCTURED.
Structured water.
Shh, don't say it. There's things that have been taken off the internet talking about it and all that. We did a whole class. We actually did a couple classes on it. Very good classes in the university. That's what Doug and I drink. But if we talk about it and talk about what it does and all that, they will take you off of YouTube.
Do everything that is good for you guys. Join the university. Here's the link right here if you want to join the university. I'm still working on these university videos from the conference, and I'll have more coming up here. With the garden closing down and everything going on, man, I'm just a little bit behind. I hope you guys understand. But there's the university, $9 a month. We go in depth on some stuff over there. We talk about politics, homesteading life, off-grid life. We have live show.
We do a lot of like hands-on stuff.
She does fermenting. We do
with
stuff
everything.
There, yeah.
We've made a lot of stuff in there. We've done poultices, and we've done vinegars, and we've done ferments. We did a thing on lighting, different like off-grid lighting stuff a couple weeks ago. What are we doing this week? We talked about it. Now I forgot. Do you remember?
Magnesium?
No, that was a long time ago.
I don't know. You better go watch it.
We have to go look and figure out. I forgot what we're doing. So every week we do something different. Yeah, we figure out the rest of the month. We'll have to look.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube, y'all. And I got booted out of all my stuff. Like, I went to go log in this morning on some stuff, and I had to re-sign in everything. So I don't know what they're doing overnight and with updates and all this other stuff on your stuff. We don't really use charcoal, so I mean, I could make it. It's no problem to make it. We have a lot of wood around here. I joined the university. Woohoo! Thanks, Lakeside Laura. Yeah, we have a nice community over there. We have a great community page. And unlike YouTube over there, we set it up to where you can actually leave a picture and talk to people. And, you know, it's just not just chitty chat. You can actually be involved with a serious conversation. Thank you all for the mindfulness videos on the conference. It was great. I have more videos coming, Patty. Hang in there. I'm getting on it. But that was a good talk from Kelly. Yeah, it was a really good talk.
Okay.
No, but if you know anybody that's Amish in Missouri, you could just ask them to make you a coop. Oh, no hat at the university. Rex is waiting.
No.
Wednesday night. She's been practicing.
No, I haven't.
She went a couple days without her hat on. I keep going, oh, are you practicing for Wednesday night? And she's like, no. Wednesday night,
No, I'm not.
live on the university. Guys, you pay the $9
No, shut up.
to see Stacy with no hat on to Wednesday night in 2 nights. It's like a big show.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's like a headliner. We got the big Hollywood lights out front.
Yeah.
And everyone's waiting to see it. They're like already showing up in the line. They want to see it. Stacy without a hat on.
Waypoint wants to know when and where can we buy conference tickets?
Right now. They are on sale right now. Homesteadinglifeconference.com. I will be adding a man's conference. Stay tuned. And I will be honest with you guys. It will be serious manly. I'm not going to have a bunch of foo-foo times and the schedules and everything. You're just going to pay and show up, and I'm going to take care of you, and you're going to learn manly stuff.
How are they going to come and you're going to come to my part and eat my food at my conference?
Oh, should I do that?
That's what are you going to do? Because I can't do 2 things. We have to talk about this more.
No, I guess I could eat here with the guys.
How are you going to do that?
We know how to make hamburgers and stuff.
No, are you crazy?
Are you crazy? We can eat beef here.
Yeah, you can.
I probably won't have 2. I mean, have too many. You have more than me. Dudes don't.
We have to talk about this more.
Dudes don't come to dude things. Girls come to girl things.
Yeah, but guys want to eat.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying we won't have as many.
I know that, but you still need to eat.
We will eat.
I guess you can come.
We'll go down to Mexican.
No, that's terrible.
All right, y'all. Dang it. We did 70 minutes. We tried to answer all your questions. We have no titles. I'm getting it's so hard to come up with titles all the time. The country's freaking on blast. I don't know, man. I don't know. Have you seen the Bible in the hurricane video? Yes. It was open to revelations. I mean, it's just so much. There's so much. And no one cares. Literally.
Well, people care, but there's a lot of people who don't.
If people actually really cared, we would have rallies every weekend at every state facility, thousands and thousands of people showing up if everybody cared. But nobody cares. It's just like what they said in history, y'all, that no one cared. Like when they came for that guy, when they came for Alex Jones, I didn't care. You know what I mean? But when they came for me, that's when you start caring, is when they come for you. That's why I was trying to get ahead of this stuff, to let you know that they're coming after our lifestyle, right? They do not want us growing food and living apart from the system that they control. I tried to explain it that they need 100% compliance, okay? So when this thing pops off with the, mass grid down situation, then the internet blackout, and then World War III, and then they'll bring in the new thing, and everyone will want it so bad just to try to have any kind of normal. Remember COVID? Begging for a little bit of normal. You'd do anything that they told you to do. Most of you, a lot of y'all did. And that's how they get you. Just the history books prove it over and over again. You'll be so fed up with it, you'll just take whatever tyranny they shuffle your way.
Jennifer S., yes, on your second ferment, you can use frozen fruit. Yes. So after you made it, then you can put the frozen fruit in there.
Y'all, Google contacts Stacy for answers, so don't do that. If Stacy doesn't know, it's not on the Google.
That's not. You're so goofy.
Good night, Jeff. And we're always watching our 6. Head on a swivel, man. No doubt. No doubt. Can you guys help me buy the cookbook? What is this now? Can you guys help me buy every cookbook you ever wrote? I don't see a link. Yosef. Here it is right here. Check it out. Yosef. Yosef. Here is the link. All right, I made a special note just for you, Joseph.
And then Kathy says all 10 of her hens have stopped laying, not an egg in 10 days. Yeah, the days are getting really short. They like about 12 hours of sunlight, so that definitely happened.
You're going to lose some eggs, and they might be finding a new spot.
Also, like right now, Doug comes and he's like, did something get one of our chickens? And I'm like, they're molting, so your chickens are molting. So here's another thing for some of you guys that may not know. When your chickens, in the fall, they do start to molt. Okay, they're going to molt because what happens is once they molt some of their little feathers, then they're going to get some nice thicker feathers for winter. So if you have an older hen and you look, you're like, well, how come this chicken looks a little, you know, the tail feathers are kind of messed up. They don't look that great. And they're kind of have thinning hair, you know, and they're molting because they're going to get other feathers to get through winter. But then other chickens look just great and they haven't molted. Those are probably your older chickens if you have some, and those might be the ones you might want to cull or sell because they're probably not going to give you very many more eggs because they are an older chicken. So the ones that are molting are the ones that are going to be good layers. So that's another way, because sometimes you're like, well, how can I tell sometimes? And that's one way. Another way is you could do the finger test, like in the vent, they have like little bones back there. And if you put your fingers back there, if your fingers, 2 fingers can make it, then they're going to be laying. And if it's too narrow, then they're not laying. That's another way.
Yeah, you just flip them on the back side and just put it right there in their tailbone right there.
That looks great.
That's right. Let me show them. And if it fits right in that little tailbone area, your 2 fingers, then they're laying eggs. But if it's not, then you know they're not laying eggs. That's the old Amish trick right there. Right?
Yeah. Oh, so Amy Tursky, she said about the batteries for the your hearing aids. You still get the battery types, and they're cheaper too. Jeff wants to know, when is the conference in May? I may be able to come. It's May 16th and 17th.
There's the link right here to the conference.
Oh, and Jeff makes wooden utensils and bowls.
Oh, you should come, Jeff. Bring your bowls. You'll sell them all. We love bowls. Here is the conference. Here is the conference. Y'all, I'm made for this stuff. I wish YouTube and everyone would just leave me alone, man. I could have a lot of fun on here. We could do a lot of stuff. We could learn a lot of stuff and have a lot of fun and stick the system in the eyeball, because I'm all about it. I've been that way ever since I was a kid. I was born for such a time as this. See, my wife knows it too. She's like, yeah. Is that a Patheos plant behind you?
Oh, I love it. Okay, I have to tell everyone, golden, I have them everywhere. I got one there, I got 4 there, I got them here, I got them here, I got them there. Golden pothos, it's a tropical plant. You see them growing up the trees in the jungles and all that kind of stuff. We live off grid, and like in the winter months, you know, it can be 90 degrees, 100 degrees in here in the summer. We have a stove, but a lot of times if we're gone, it's freezing cold in here. If I let the stove go out sometimes, or if it's like 0 degrees, it could be like 30 degrees in here. If we're gone, maybe we're out of town for a few days and we don't have the stove on, it could be very freezing cold in here. Those plants, I'll tell you the 2 plants that I love. I love the jade plant, those big jade plants. Well, you get them little, but I have them really big. The jade plants and these golden pothos, I don't know what it is, but they don't die. I just water them, you know, once a week at the most, and they're incredible. And just know, here, let's talk about plants in our house. You know, your home is the most toxic place that we're living. You know, so basically it's so important to have, you know, keep your air purified, and plants are an incredible way to purify the air. So these common house plants that you see, like the golden pothos, the mother-in-law's tongue, or the snake plant, that's another good one. The jade plant's a good one. Just any kind of like the spider plants, those are all great plants. Or any of these tropical, the palms, any of the ones that you go to the store like Home Depot or Lowe's, or any of the stores that sell them. If you put house plants all over, they're great at purifying the air.
So are Doug and Stacy's 100% pure candles made from beeswax.
That's true. That's helpful too. So
get
those
yours
things
at
are
the
all
link
good.
posted below.
Yeah.
And no, you can't bring your dogs to the conference. Can you imagine if we have 2,000 people and they all bring their dogs? We have dog fights and all kind of crazy going on.
Well, wait, there's there's a few people that brought dogs.
I mean, they
It's
brought
okay.
like little bitty tiny ones.
It was
that
okay.
fit into
If their
the little
dogs are well
bags.
behaved, they're fine.
Yeah, that's just
You're
kinda
okay
much.
if they're well behaved, but if they're not, they have to go home.
Hey, we're not responsible, and if anybody gets jacked up now, be overriding the dog situation. We just received our copper cups. Is it in order for the brown spots? Yes, it is. We were just talking about that. They will tarnish. That is normal. Think about copper,
Well,
y'all.
if he just got it.
It doesn't matter. As soon as you start using it, as soon as the water touches it, everything will start oxidizing. It tarnishes. And we have directions on how to clean them if you really want to on the website. offgridwithdougandstacy.com and hit the shop tab.
Okay, so
That's
Kathy,
totally normal.
she's asking again about suggestions to get my hens laying again. Well, the thing is, Kathy, when winter comes and
It's
days
just
are
normal.
short, that they are going to shut down. Now, some people do put like lights on in their coop, and it forces them, you know, to lay again. But it takes so much energy for your chickens to lay. We don't do it. I don't think it's fair to them because it's a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So
Let them have their rest.
what I do is every spring or summer, I'll always make sure I hatch out young chickens so that it takes about 5-6 months for them to start laying again. So every winter I have eggs from those young chickens, because if they're over a year old, they're not going to generally lay in the winter months. So if you get a pullet under a year old, so that's why you always want to hatch them out every year, then you'll have eggs in the winter months. But yeah, they get that time off. You know, I know the Amish, they don't want to feed them because you're going to have to feed them all winter because they're not going to lay. So a lot of
They
the
get rid of
Amish,
them.
they butcher them.
Yeah. I couldn't
they'll
believe when
sell
I
them.
first got up here and we started learning the ways, man. You never really think about it, but yeah, if they're not productive, they gone. So if they start getting rid of them, going into winter, they have their pullets coming up and they start laying just because they have to. It's just like game on. They don't get as many eggs, but then once the sun breaks, man, there's
In the spring. So here's the thing that I probably would say is one of the biggest things that I see going on with people that are getting ready to homestead. They think they're so cool. They're doing everything is great. They get their chickens. Life is great. They're doing everything that they're supposed to be doing. And then the chickens, of course, don't lay. Well, after the first year, like if they get them, they're going to get them. But then the second year, they don't end up laying. And I don't think a lot of people realize, or a lot of people even were homesteading for a few years and then they got chickens later. They don't realize that, you know, what are you going to do with these chickens after a couple years? Because they really stop laying and then you got to feed them, you know, and they don't want to butcher them. You know, they don't know, you know.
Then you can't make way for other new layers.
Yeah, so you
You
have
only
to
have so much room.
So you need to sell them at the sale barn, sell them to somebody, butcher them. You got to know as a homesteader, or if you're going to be raising these chickens, that you can't keep them and keep feeding them for 7-8 years. I mean, and there's a lot of people that turns into their pets, and I understand that. But some people will start off with 30, 40, 50 chickens. That's a lot of chickens, you know, and then they're not laying in the winter months, and then they're getting old and they're not laying as much. So you got to think about that if you guys are going to start raising chickens. So Kathy, for you, in the winter, they're not going to be laying. They're just going to take the time off, unless you turn
You'll
the
get
light
some
on.
here and there, but
Well,
you're not going to get what you want to get. You know what I mean?
Well, if they're older than a year old, you're not. Unless you put the light on, they need 12 hours of light. And if you leave the light on in the coop, then they will.
Yeah, we'll have elderberry starts again this year. That went over pretty good. So we'll cut up our elderberry for you guys, and you'll have Doug and Stacy elderberries shipped all over the country.
Yeah, that'll probably be the end of February.
Yeah, so hang in there for that one.
Kristen wants to know, can you make ghee from butter made from whipping cream? Yeah, like the heavy whipping cream? Yeah, that should work. All right.
No, we're not coming to Oklahoma.
Okay, so Renewed Roots, how can I sign up as a vendor for your conference? First of all, send us an email to Homesteading Life Conference at gmail.com. Homesteading Life Conference at gmail.com.
Let us know what you do.
And let us know, because the one thing I don't want to have is a lot of the same things. So I need to approve who's going to be there first. So just send us and let us know what you're doing. And then we'll let you know. if I already have somebody like that. Okay. Yeah, Maureen's asking about the vendors. Send us an email, Maureen. I just need to know what you're doing, what you're selling and all that, because I don't want a lot of duplicate people.
All right, so if you get a bracelet and it turns green on you, that's your body salt and sweat, and if you use fragrances or lotions.
Most everyone, it's just, yeah, everyone will usually turn
It's just
green.
how it is.
Yeah, you just wash it off.
Try to keep it dry.
But that happens to everyone. When you wear copper, you turn green. Yeah.
It's just normal. If you don't like that, you're going to have to step up to the gold. So for a lot more money, you cannot turn green. But actually, it just happens sometimes, I guess.
No, a lot of people. That happens. It happens to me. It happens to
yeah. Happens to the best of us.
All of us.
We said we were going to leave, and that was like 20-something minutes ago. Holy smokes.
Well, you can leave.
All right. Yeah, she wouldn't know what to do. All right, y'all.
I wouldn't know how to turn the computer off.
How do I know for sure copper is true copper? I have an old kettle in the pitcher. Well, stick a magnet by it.
Oh, if it's copper, it kind of, if it's real copper, it'll kind of repel it away from it. Did you guys know that? So it won't stick to it, but it'll kind of push it away.
You cut back elderberry in the deep winter. Okay? When it's all good and dormant. And we are blowing it out. We are out of here, you guys. We came, we saw it, we did it. We laughed. We talked about what's going on. We made plans for the future.
Okay, and I'm going to answer Crystal. She says she wants more iodine in her body for my food. So I talked about that, but honestly, like, you guys do your research on stuff. Doug and I take the iodine every day. I do 3 drops. It's called Detoxidine that we use by Global Healing, Detoxidine. And that'll help tremendously. Like for me, when I was going through a lot of problems in my health and all that, I was really low in iodine, and just doing it after one day, I could tell a difference.
Oh, Jessica, we're not doing rainwater catchment. No, we didn't say that. Because I know we didn't say that, because I put on Stacy for the next week or two because I'm busy.
No, the second, it was rainwater catchment the second week, and next week we're doing something else. No, we are doing rainwater catchment. It's the second week.
No.
It's not on
Not this week.
Not this week, but next week maybe.
No.
Yes,
I gotta relook it up.
Yes, you're wrong.
We have a lot of fun with you guys in the university. Always a good time.
Yeah, Miriam. Yeah, the Dulce is good too for iodine.
Thanks for hitting that thumbs up, you guys watching the live show tonight. We appreciate the thumbs up and the interaction with the channel. It helps us with the analytics. We just got to game the system, man. We got to game YouTube so we can help get the word out, you guys. I have John Kerry literally on tape saying, look, we're in deep doo-doo. We can't control the narrative anymore because of the internet. Okay? We used to be able to control the narrative with our ABC, CBS, NBC, CBS, NBC. We used to be able to do it, and they didn't really know what was up. But now we got the internet, and we got to clamp down on this stuff. It's too much freedom of speech. I literally have him on tape saying that. They are scared to death of all this knowledge about the secret clubs and about what they got going on. They know we know. It's crazy, y'all. So just make sure you're vigilant out there.
Jerry and Lisa, yes. Yeah, naturopathic chiropractors and muscle testing. It's all good stuff.
All right. Dougie CP99. And a lot of y'all are too. And we'll see you guys. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to have a video up around 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. Okay? I'm going to be banging videos out every day.
Oh, yeah.
For the rest of the month.
It's comfrey. I'm talking all about comfrey on Wednesday.
Yeah, comfrey on Wednesday. Yeah, I knew it.
So at the university, we're going to learn all about comfrey, all the things you can do with comfrey.
She's going to chew some up and everything.
Now, for humans and for your garden and all that kind of stuff. And the following week, I think you're doing rainwater catchment. I think that's what it is.
I don't think so. I think I was off the hook.
No, you're not.
I think I set it up pretty good.
No,
I was off the hook.
He's wrong. You're wrong.
All right, we'll see you guys on the next video.